So Isaiah, I need us to look at the Ugandan tourism industry, and of course you are a key player in it. Do you think we are doing enough? Comparing, you mentioned that you traveled and hotels are full, but here we are struggling. Where's the challenge?
I think we have to look at things from the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, because everything starts from the foundation. If you build the wrong foundation, the structure will struggle. And remember, a few years ago, there were a lot of buildings in Kampala that were collapsing every other day.
Okay.
But that having happened, later on, government, the architects, the engineers, and everyone in that ecosystem woke up and said, guys, you can't afford to keep losing people. Over structures collapsing, structures collapsing, and killing people. And the certain measures were put in place.
Okay.
So me, I think looking at our industry today, where you have beautiful hotels, some of the most beautiful hotels in this town, in this country.
Yes, I agree.
Being empty.
Yeah.
Then we have to look at the starting point, the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah. And until we have resolved issues from the foundation, we are going to still treat symptoms and not the what. Remember my diagnosis, eh?
Yeah.
Three professors.
Yeah.
Two said this, another one said that. But then Dr. Makowere said what?
Yeah.
Said for us to get to the bottom of this matter, we need a PET scan.
Let's go where
Go
we can finish here.
Yeah. And we kind of like diverted from that story.
Yeah.
So when we got to India, we meet three people. One was the surgical oncologist, the specialist we had been in touch with, Dr. Ibrahim Mohammedi.
Yeah.
Another one was called Professor Nitaramesh. Another one was called Professor Rajesh Gupta.
Yeah.
And Gupta. So one of them was Rajesh Gupta was radiation oncologist, super specialist. Professor Nitaramesh was a medical oncologist.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Ibrahim, Sir Ibrahim was a surgical oncologist, super specialist.
Okay.
So and then, but first we met with Sir Ibrahim. I don't know why they call him SARS.
I think it is a title in the medicine profession. Yeah.
So Sir Ibrahim sat down with us. The moment we left Uganda on 2nd July, we arrived on 4th. So as soon as we arrived like this, they picked us from the airport. They took us immediately to be checked into the hospital. And immediately he was waiting for us in his consultation room. So we sat down with him and remember for close to 4 hours.
Wow.
He asked us, we asked him, we talked, he drew pictures, he told us what he thought the problem was. Even showed us what the problem was likely to be, based on the previous scans and reports that have been done in Uganda.
Okay.
And then the conclusion was, said, I also don't know what's happening. Human body is such a complicated thing.
Yeah.
No one of us knows. But good enough in our technology, like the PET scan, that scans from the head to the toe. Once you undergo that, if I was strong enough to undergo it, if you give us permission to subject you to that, we'll check and see exactly what the problem is. And based on that, then we can know how to give it the right prescription.
Yeah.
So 3 days later, we were prepped to, you have to undergo preparations, stop eating, and all sorts of things. So we went for the PET scan.
Yeah, okay.
PET scan. So the PET scan was done.
Yeah.
3 days later, the report came back, and it showed that it's true. I had cancer in the colon at the carcinoma.
Okay.
That was the bad news. The good news is that it was still isolated in the large intestines.
Okay.
10 centimeters from the anal sphincter.
Yeah, yeah.
The anal sphincter, that's the delicate muscles that help the anal sphincter and cross. Now, those medically cannot be constructed once they are tampered with. Once they are tampered with, So the tumor was discovered with 10 centimeters in the anal sphincter. Anal sphincter, that's like every doctor will tell you, every surgeon will tell you, the heart is a complicated organ. The human body is very complicated. But the anal sphincter, the muscles that open and close, yes, they have like so many blood vessels there, beginning there. Like that's one of the most sensitive body organs. Like even operating there, you know what the doctors in Uganda were going to do if the operation had happened in Uganda, they would have had to do, I don't remember the right term, they would have had to cut that whole lower part, the intestine that had the tumor, the whole lower part, the rectum and everything, and take them out. They have done the operation in Uganda. So people ask like me, why did you have to spend so much money go as far as India? As far as India, and the reason that took us to India was because we were looking for a man who is a super specialist surgeon, a sphincter saving surgeon.
Sphincter saving surgeon.
Sphincter saving surgeon. We don't have any in Uganda.
Yeah.
I don't think we have in East Africa. Maybe they are now, but back in the day, 2018, we didn't have sphincter saving surgeon. So this is a man whose specialty is to do the most delicate operations in the abdomen with the view of saving the sphincter. Yeah. Because this 10 centimeters is very close.
It's very, very close.
Yeah, it's very close to the so whatever he did, he had to do it in such a way that he does not injure his sphincter muscles.
Okay.
So he did that. So the PET scan comes out, it shows the problem was isolated. The large intestine, 10 centimeters from the anal sphincter. So we come back. I told you we had to meet 3 specialists.
Yeah.
So now this time that report, we meet all the 3.
Yeah.
The surgical oncologist, the medical oncologist,
the radiation oncologist.
So we studied the case and then came up with a treatment protocol. Now the treatment protocol included concurrent radiotherapy and chemotherapy. Concurrent, these things were administered to me concurrently. So in the morning I would receive chemotherapy, was being administered once every 21 days. And then because it's such a powerful drug, so you have to wait. After 21 days they can give you another dose. But at the same time, every day, Monday, Thursday, I was going for radiation.
Okay.
Radiation. So, but there's a lot that happens.
Yeah. There's a lot that happens in between.
The preparation, this and that. So, radiation used to happen 4 times a week, every 2 and 3 days too, to let the body rest and recover. So, Monday, Thursday you'll be radiated, and the Friday, Saturday, Sunday is getting recovery. And then you start again. So, in my particular case, I was given that I was radiated 30 times.
Yes.
So 4 times a week times 30. The treatment protocol included 30. Is a technical term.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. Each day there is something they call it. Yeah, but I was given 30 doses.
Wow.
In the abdomen. But the good thing is that in India still they have now the technology. The machine they used was a Sony Ericsson machine called high precision.
So it's a high precision machine which would focus only on the part that has a problem.
Yes. In most machines now, even then, at that time, we had machines that were not high precision, that were not anything. When we went for them, they target the whole area. Because radiation, whatever
Indeed, government seniors.
So that masanyarazi is not good. Anything that is able to kill dangerous cells like cancer cells, when it comes in contact with the normal tissue,
it means it also may damage the normal tissues.
Not may, it actually damages the normal tissue.
Yes.
So that's why the preparations, the way they are done, the training and all the things, is elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Even the PET machines, they are not very expensive. It is the reagents they use.
Yeah.
The sensitivity of the reagents,
Mm.
the process of those reagents, the whole infrastructure of how to safely keep those reagents. Because this is radiation they are putting in the body.
Yes, yes,
Even
yes.
the PET machine uses a liquid that is radioactive. Now that radioactive liquid is what goes through your body and it reacts with cancer cells. Where there is any cell of cancer, it turns zero.
Yeah.
Because the liquid is green.
Yes,
When
yes.
it comes in touch with the cancer cell, it turns zero.
Okay.
Now it goes through your body, it goes through the bloodstream, inject it in you using IV, go through the bloodstream from head to toe. So when it comes in touch with any cell, it turns zero. That's why it's called the Supreme Court of what?
Yes, indeed, it is a Supreme Court.
Yeah. After that, the one children there's nothing else you can do. Once the PET machine shows this is it, that is it. When a doctor what their name, there's not, at that point there's no more doubt. If it says you're okay, there's nothing, then it means you're okay. Yeah. So we were put on a treatment protocol with concurrent pre-surgery, radiation and chemotherapy.
Okay.
And this happened for about, because we were in India on 2nd June, we came back on 15th July.
Okay.
So we came back with chemotherapy, it was not just radiotherapy.
That is 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what happens at radiotherapy, after I've given you Roma consigners, where you give like 8 more weeks to allow it to continue working.
Okay.
It stays in the body.
Yeah.
Stays in the body, continues to work. So the intention was to shrink the tumor because it was very close to the anal sphincter and make it
Smaller.
smaller so that it's
And then they can be operated.
Yeah. Now the doctor said that 2 things would happen. The tumor would either shrink uniformly or to shrink sporadically.
Okay.
So the best case scenario is that the tumor will shrink uniformly. Worst case scenario is
To be scattered.
scattered. If it was scattered, that would be another problem. He said we shall deal with that problem at that point. Let's see how these interventions work.
Okay.
So we came back because we were given the chance to either stay in India, wait out to 8 weeks, come back and go back after 8 weeks.
Okay.
So we chose to come back to home. India, the food, what, the foreign country, it's not fun. So we came back. So after 8 weeks, we had to go back. So we went back after 8 weeks, they did another PET PET scan.
You went back through that same experience of that scan machine.
And they discovered, fortunately, the tumor had shrunk
Uniformly.
uniformly to the point that it was remaining as like a small scan.
Okay.
But then I asked them, do you still have to be surgery? They said, yes, you have to be surgery. Cancer treatment, we believe in they would rather over-treat than under-treat. Because
Yes.
cancer is a very aggressive, very difficult to treat disease. So say, we see this small thing you see here, it looks insignificant right now. You don't cut it out, in another 6 months, it will be back.
Yes.
And in another 1 year, it will have spread other organs. And, at that point, there is nothing we can do. Irreversible. So we said we have to cut it out and keep monitoring.
Okay.
So we went for surgery on 25th of October 2018. We cut it out. And after cutting it out, that's what exception is about. So they cut here and here, and then damaged part, they throw it away. So they join again the intestines. That's what happened.
And
8.5 hours of surgery.
8.5 hours of surgery.
Super specialist, a European and American board certified surgeon, surgical oncologist.
Thank you for sharing with us that story. I think at this point, that's all I can do. And then, of course, my mom has multiple myeloma that is the cancer of the bones. And for the whole of 2017, she was in hospital, fully admitted. So I have a little bit of, and I was taking care of her myself. I sat in the hospital, so I have some bit of experience from a third party, what it feels like. So it's a very chilling experience. And then for you to bounce back and now you are the emblem of domestic tourism, I think this one I need to I need to give it a hard clap. So, well, how do we come back to the tourism story?
No, but like I told you already, for me, tourism is like part of my DNA.
Is part of your DNA.
Yeah, I told you that growing up, being and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So even what I do, I tell people, I don't do it. For me, at this point in time, tourism even became therapy. Because like the happiest moments of my life is when I'm what?
When you're with people, when you're moving, when you are, you know.
People, for some reason I'm someone who gets charged by human interaction, positively charged by human interaction. As much as I'm a big time introvert,
yeah.
I'm an ambivert actually. You know, struggle between two lines and between introverts and extroverts.
Yeah, yeah.
So there are moments when I want to be with people and moments when
you want to be alone.
Yeah, when I actually test, human connectivity. But somehow you learn who you are as you're growing up. And then, so, but being with people in the wild, for me, is my happiest moment. And then when we were in India in hospital, the doctor advised that for you to recover, you need to find or identify things you have to do and focus on things you have to do and avoid as much as possible things that bring you stress, things that bring you sadness.
Okay.
Because one of the biggest things that compromise human immunity is stress.
Okay.
When you're stressed, it easily, for some reason, stress easily compromises immunity. You easily fall sick when you're stressed. That's why the COVID patients are always advised not to avoid stressful situations, to be outdoors in the sun and eating fruits, things like that. That's part of the recovery protocols.
Isaiah, there is somebody watching this podcast out there, some young man who has rented a small shop somewhere in town and is starting a tours and travel company and wants to learn from your experience a few take-homes from this discussion and wants to understand what can I do, how did he do it. You know, I want you to try to, you know, give some tips to this young man who is starting, who is trying to do something, especially in the tourism industry.
Now this is what I say, the starting point of every business starts by defining who you are. It starts with you as a person. You have to define who you are, and having defined who you are, then know who you are, know who you people you know the people you can know, and based on that analysis, start from there. Start with what you have to get what you want. There has to be a starting point. Because no one of us grows up in isolation. The people you have grown up with, the people you went to school with, the people you have met in your life in various circumstances. So you find a way of connecting with them. Because I believe business is about connecting with people in the right way.
Yeah.
If you make the right connections, people will support you, people will be there for you, people will trust you. You get. Now, you start with that. Find out the strength, find out your weaknesses, use what God gave you. Because every one of us is endowed with gifts from God. And these gifts are given to us free of charge. Yeah? A gift like being able to make friends easy, a gift like being a perfectionist in what you do, a gift like being a good marketer, a gift like being a good organizer, a gift like so many gifts. So use those gifts and then stretch them and apply them in your business. If you are someone who is good at organizing, then make sure the trips you organize are the best organized trips. And sooner than later, what will go out there, like Jordan does very well organized trips. If you're a good motivational speaker, marketer, use that to your advantage to promote and grow your company. If you are someone who naturally people have and they get attracted to, use that in your favor.
Understand the kindergarten.
No, not really something like that. Find a way of how to use what you are good at. And make it and then monetize it. But you know there are principles of doing business. There are things you have to do for business to grow, and you know build a brand and all those sorts of things. So my advice is, if you're young and you don't know what to do, get a mentor. Look at someone who has done it and done it successfully, and ask them to. That's what it's all about. Even me, where I am today, I still have mentors. I still have people that I talk to. I still have people I consult. I still have people that I run to when things become complicated. I say, hey man, what's up? Can I come and talk? And then I reach out and please the challenge I'm facing. And they give solid advice, and you take that advice, and you run with it. Things work. If you choose not to listen, well, still life and circumstances will force you to.
They will teach you themselves.
The hard way.
Okay, so most young people usually love to find excuses than finding opportunities. Somebody says, maybe me, I studied from poor schools, maybe my background, maybe, all these things. Do you think the schools you attended and your education journey has anything to do with who you are right now?
Like I've already said, Jordan, we are who we are based on two things, nature and nurture. Now the schools I went to, they are nurture. That's nurture. Definitely they have everything to do with who I am.
And then, I think I get it. Maybe somebody wants to know when you left the seminary, because the seminarians, we know you're very disciplined people and we respect you so much.
That's not necessarily the case. Even in seminaries, there are people, there's something called expulsion. Expulsion is, these are seminarians that are so unruly that the only solution for them is to be expelled from the seminary. Meaning that not everyone in the seminary is a good one. But for the record, I've never been expelled from the seminary. I left out of my own goodwill, devotion. I said, you know what, I even went and told Archbishop Wachenga, said, Your Grace, thank you for the opportunity. I think I would like to serve God in a capacity as a layman. The Roman Catholic Church has the laity. As what? It's a powerful, there's the clergy and the laity. And they all work harmoniously to keep the Catholic Church going.
Before I let you go, Isaiah, there is one time when we were having a discussion and you told me about 3 things that that contribute to the success. You mentioned the church, you mentioned, just take me back through that, those 3.
Success.
Based on what? Because I think we were talking and you said you have to identify yourself with the church. I think you talked about sports and entertainment. And there is a 3rd thing you talked about. I don't know whether it was politics.
You're asking that question.
Because I think I asked you why the last trip that you had, the life in the wilderness, you had a mass before the trip was going.
Yeah, because you see, the Bible and so many other books that refer to this, the beginning of wisdom is the flow of God. So the beginning of anything according to me in this world starts with a fear of God. So I tell people ask me, as but you are an ex-Seminarian. We rarely see in church. We see in the wilderness, but we rarely see in church. Not that I don't go to church. I go to church. But for me, when I'm in places like Chiboko, and many others, and I'm looking at the marvelous nature, I'm looking at the different things that are God's creations. I believe at that point in time, I am worshiping God.
Okay.
I'm worshiping God, making the things He created for us to enjoy.
Yeah.
Taking people to see them. I believe I'm in one way or another enabling people to appreciate God's what? Greatest creations and marvels and those sorts of things. So yeah, the fear of God is at the foundation of everything. Because even the doctors in India and everyone, they say we will do our best to treat you, but the final doctor, the one
who heals is God.
Yeah. We do what we can as human beings, and we do the rest of God.
Okay, so good job you're doing, but of course somebody may think
It's all rosy. I'm sure there are a lot of challenges, especially first with the architecture of the tourism industry here in Uganda. You mentioned about hotels having less capacity, or less occupancy. What are some of the challenges that you're facing as Breathtaking Uganda, and you in doing your business?
Well, personally, all my life, I've never been someone who focuses on challenges. Because when you focus on challenges, when you focus on problems, when you focus on the things that are not going well, you miss the big picture.
Okay.
Because there are so many other things that are going well for us that we can focus on to prepare us to the next level. But having said that, one of the biggest challenges that I've seen in Uganda is that the policies, the laws that govern tourism in Uganda, I think have been overtaken by time.
Okay.
The governing law for tourism in Uganda is the 2007 Uganda Tourism Act, something like that. 2007 is a long time ago. It was about 27 years ago.
So the things change very fast.
27 to 23.
Yeah.
No, 2007. So
Yeah.
a lot of things. 2007 there was no Facebook, there was no Twitter, there was no Instagram, there was no TikTok. 2007 the mainstream media was running the world now.
Yeah.
Mainstream media since is being seen as a dinosaur. 2007 you told anyone you were doing a podcast.
they will never understand.
They thought like a bad thing. So for the what? Even words like podcasts I don't think existed then. So a lot has changed.
Yeah.
And from there, I believe policy, regulation, and guidelines direct the sector which where to go. For me, as we speak today, I feel like tourism generally, if it was a river, it has just the banks.
Okay.
The banks that were created with the buffers have been all vast, and everyone is struggling. There's a little bit of commotion. People struggling, trying to see where this, how to contain this very violent, fast-moving river, and the few people seem to be having their act together. Many of us are all in that river trying to swim. So when you see in that process, that's why there is a saying by the English that a drowning man clutches at any straw. If you're drowning and you don't see a straw like this, you try to hold on to it. So the punches, the negative energies you're seeing here, the commotion you're seeing there, the people not questioning this and that, I personally attribute it to the fact that the river blast the banks and the laws or the mechanisms that are supposed to contain it and direct it and say, now let's create a reservoir here, first contain this water, then create a dam here to contain this water, create this, those are the laws. They have been overtaken by time, and unfortunately, the bureaucratic crews, as we all know, time very slowly, so they are trying to catch up with what? With the sector. That's, I believe, what is causing a bit of confusion.
Of course, the law and implementation are two different things.
Yeah.
So with the law somehow outdated, do you think those ones who are in these positions, these ones who are driving this thing, are doing enough?
I don't know. I don't want to pass judgment because they say never judge someone unless you have walked in their shoes.
Okay.
I don't know what they go through, the drivers. I have not been in their shoes. I cannot pretend to have been in their shoes. So I think it is prudent that you put this question to them.
Yeah, in the
because-
future when
I happen to meet them.
Because otherwise I might say things and tomorrow I say, you were saying this, come and do this and we see.
Come and explain.
And then I will also be like,
Yeah.
so,
But of course, this industry, we appreciate that the private sector complements what the government sector, and of course, also us, we need to see ourselves going out in the mainstream global media, so that you know, it hurts when you go. I visited a hotel in Egypt. I was in a hotel, and I told this guy that I'm coming from Uganda. He said, "Where is Uganda?" I said, "Africa." He called me Drogba. I said, Drogba is from West Africa. I said, I come from Uganda where the Nile comes, which gives you water. And he said, hey, Umra, come and see the man give us our water. It was, you know, a bad joke.
you know what you should have done? Should have said, give your name.
Hey, maybe then he would have got it.
The people because of their name,
Yeah.
the things he did, up to now, you know, it's the sort of reference point when it comes to Uganda.
Okay, is there
Not
anyone
that,
to...
not that the other people, other presidents have not done enough.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but he did his whatever, and he made us popular at that time. Isaac, thank you very much for coming and for sharing us your story and sharing with us your insights on the tourism sector in Uganda. I wouldn't ask for more, and I know certainly it has taken you a bit of faith to share this story, which I'm not sure you shared it deeply like this to somebody else. I really, really appreciate you for that, and I hope it will change somebody's life, somebody who is going through a similar or related experience, maybe a young man out there in Chikubo or in another country who is watching this, who is trying to struggle and do something. It's possible to do business in Africa despite the challenges, despite the terrain. Africa is now being referred as an emerging market, and now all these people in saturated markets are looking for an entry point into a market which they think has the potential and the future to grow. So that's why we will be majorly focusing on African entrepreneurship on our podcast, Innovative Minds with JB, where we tell stories of Africans who are trying to do something meaningful and useful, just like Mr. Isaiah Rwanyekiro, Jobs. I hope I have said them in the right order. Please like our channels and follow us for more stories that touch you and can inspire you. And if you want to talk to him in person, you may have to speak to me nicely because I have that magical contact. And he is a very approachable person. I'm sure he mentioned that you find a mentor. Certainly, maybe you may meet him on the street and you want to pick an idea or two, feel free to get with him. Or maybe you can book a trip on one of the major or the many trips that he's organizing. And then while you are in the wilderness where he finds peace, where he finds inner peace, you can ask him one or two questions. And trust me, one of the ideas he is going to share with you can be the turning point for you or your business. As we conclude this, Mr. Isaiah, I want you to just briefly, if you have it off your head, tell us a few of the trips you are organizing this year. Maybe somebody may want to book on one of them.
We have a whole lineup for
Yeah.
Korea.
Okay.
So from the 1st to the 5th of May, we shall be doing the Kumana Ngaji Festival. Kumana Ngaji. shall start from, because the gorillas are in 3 countries, Uganda, Congo, and Rwanda. So that Congo being a little bit unstable, we intend to start from Kampala, Kigali, Musanze, Kampala, on this side of gorillas up, cross over to Chanika, from Chanika go to Mugahinga, Shija, Kuringo, and the trips we do are more promotional trips.
Yeah.
We're trying to take people using the hashtag discovering the hidden powers in the part of Africa. Places we think are beautiful, amazing, truly powers that have been written on.
Okay.
We haven't had a lot of spotlight on them. We do the little we can.
Okay.
So that we do our part and someone else will do their part and someone else will do their part. Eventually we'll get there.
Yeah.
That's one. Then after that we went to West Nile. There's a lot happening in West Nile. That's in July 25th, 29th. West Nile, there are fishing lodges, and River Nile, the terminus from where the River Nile exits Uganda. To discover, or not discover, document those points. There's a point where the 3 countries of Uganda, Rwanda, and Sudan meet.
Okay.
There is a lot happening in the Diamond Wildlife Reserve, where they want to take the rhinoceros that have been in Zua,
Okay.
Rhino Sanctuary. There's a lot that's happening in West Nile.
Okay.
Then from West Nile, we want to go to Lake Victoria. We've studied in class that there are 84 islands in Lake Victoria, but no one of us in the modern day has actually attributed to this 84 islands. So actually, see if these islands are still there. So we want to try and see. This is Lake Victoria we hear about. It's been talked about. These islands, are they there? Are they actually there?
The Kenyans took one of them, Mijingo Island.
That's the whole, there are a lot of stories, surrounding these islands. Mijingo, I'm told it's a rock, a small rock.
Yeah.
That's what they're fighting for, Ugandans and Kenyans. We want to see for ourselves.
Okay.
The thing is, we don't like big stories that were told many years ago by people who don't even know, people are not even related to. People like John Speak, people like Henry Morton, people like Stanley. If they could go to places at that time when there was no technology, there was no Google Maps, there was nothing in the 1880s, and they see these places, why can't we go there today with modern technology and see for ourselves and either confirm or deny that what they actually saw was there? Because nothing really dramatically has changed there.
Okay.
Then in December from 5th to 9th, we will be in Karamoja. Karamoja, we were there last year and had a very good reception, so we'd like to go back.
Okay.
And they have a music festival from the year there, dance, drink, that combination of bread and cow dung. And the Karamoja, their food, just sit there, see what they see. Immerse ourselves. These are immersive trips, where you immerse in different cultures, immerse yourself in the different experiences, and forget what's happening outside there for a few days. So that's what we do. Obviously, we've also had interaction now with regional partners. We have people who've taken over Uganda. And they're actually saying, I've seen the work there, because we've done Malaman trips. So for what we offer now to them is a bit of Tanzania, regional tourism as well. Kenya, Tanzania, Zanzibar, Mombasa, Somalia, Juba, Angola, keeping it within the East African community.
Okay.
So we also have those regional trips. And anything that is for strategic tourism interest, we take it up.
Okay.
We are open for business with anyone whose mission aligns with our mission, whose business, there's people who make their business our business, we make our business their business.
Okay.
We work with them, we partner with them. We are very open to partnerships. Even if you come and say you want to partner with us to film our podcasts in the wilderness, we'll be happy to host you there.
Okay.
And give you an neighboring environment, a nice, long, nice. Do what you have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it's been a nice one, Isaiah, and thank you very much for sparing your time to come and speak with us. We don't take it for granted. I know your schedule is very busy, you're booked throughout the year, as you've been mentioning, but to come and speak to us is very humbling, and we don't take it for granted. So thank you very much to our viewers. We look forward to your feedback, your comments, and please, follow us for more interesting stories Thank you very much. Bye-bye.